Airport 77 is the third movie of the Airport franchise and stars another ensemble cast from Jack Lemmon to Christopher Lee. Yeah, that's right. Star Wars Christopher Lee. So, the plot of 77 is we have this businessman, and he's holding this type of thing for on a 747, his private 747, and they're on their way to an event, basically. And of course, he's bringing a lot of art with him along the way, countless art that is worth a lot of money. So of course, a couple of thieves board the 747 to hijack the jet and steal the means and land the plane before anybody knows what's going on somewhere else. Now, I like their means of hijacking the aircraft because they're not out to kill nobody. They just want to knock everybody out with this gas that they brought along with them, take the stuff, land the jet, and leave before anybody wakes up to find out what the hell went on. Okay? But while as the robbery is going on, however, they get caught up in this dense cloud and this thick fog, if you will, because they are overseas. And they end up, the tail of the jet end up hitting an oil derrick platform, which is similar to what they did in Airplane towards the end of the movie, where the airplane actually hit a radio tower pole, but actually knocks the pole off and shuts down the communications and keeps on flying. Here, they hit the tower of the oil derrick, and the plane eventually ends up crash landing into the ocean. Not only just crash landing, but sinking to the bottom of the ocean. So now, the passengers have to find a way to get out of the airplane before the water eventually fills up the jet, and before the plane eventually keeps on moving. And if you know what I mean by moving, then you got what I'm saying, because the plane ain't done moving yet. This movie, they did it again. They fucking did it again. Airport 77 is awesome. I love this movie. I think more people died in here than in any of the other two movies combined. And this ain't no hokey pokey. This was a hard PG. Okay? Back in the day, PG was like the PG-13. Okay? You can get away with a lot of shit back then. And they did, man. Got blood in here. I've never seen that much blood coming from a guy's head in a PG-rated movie before. That was cool. That was really cool. This is almost like Poseidon on an airplane. That's basically what this is. It doesn't hold back. People die. People do die. So, yeah. The ensemble cast doesn't do nothing but just help the movie's progression. Acting is just awesome. Out of everything we have today, you can't beat the 70s, 50s, and 60s, and 50s eras of movies. Okay? They just did it back then. They did it and they didn't hold back for nothing. That's awesome. That's just fucking awesome. Now the movie doesn't have any effects, so everything is kind of like models. So you got the 747-100 type model sitting at the bottom of a tank, I guess. But you know, it's the ocean, but you can't really see if it's a tank or not. So they do that very well. And I like the fact that the plane goes down whole and doesn't break apart. And they have the search and rescue people are trying to find it, thinking that they might find just wreckage and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting. And this was actually a thing at Universal Studios. Yeah, because after the movie came out, Universal Studios decided to release the Airport 77 attraction where we, as guests, will interact the same parts of Airport 77. That would have been fucking cool. I wish they would have kept that around, because that would have been awesome to do. Even though I haven't seen Airport 77 until this year, that still would have been fucking cool. That would have been great. To interact in a movie, basically, and I think they do film it. That's cool. That was cool. But for whatever reason, they took it out. I don't know why, Universal. I don't know why. You had a good franchise on your hands, and you let it go. Just like Back to the Future. Another great franchise, and you let the ride go for The Simpsons. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Anyway, enough with that little rant. All in all, though, Airport 77, ooh, it comes close as being my second favorite to the first Airport. So it really passed up Airport 75. And just like the announcer said in the trailer to Airport 77, much more bigger than Airport 75. Yeah, you got that right, because this movie don't hold back for nothing. I'm going to give Airport 77 an A-. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Airport 77 down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? We have one more Airport movie to go in the Airport series. Bring it on, baby. Bring on the Concorde.